Hey guys, what's up? You're gonna have to forgive me. I messed up on here, but I've been playing around with it. So good news is this will be an overview on the product, but this is Gunsmodify. This is going to be an overview of the steel front base and the steel hammer housing. Okay, they say on the little sticker we got a better hop-up support and CO2 ready. I'm gonna need to go check if he's got any notes on the hop-up support. CO2 ready, that's a fair claim, guys. It is steel CNC. There's a couple of them out in the market, but no lie, I'm gonna trust Gunsmodify more than anyone, and I've already been playing around with it. The reason I forgot to do the video is I got bum rushed by a good amount of people. I've been making a lot of custom Glocks lately, and I had a couple of guys who went full Gunsmodify, and they wanted these two parts, but I haven't tested it, so I just said, let me test the product before I, recommend it. I always like testing out stuff before I put in custom builds. So when I do custom builds, they're pretty much based, guys, on what I like and that kind of stuff. If the person has the money to get the items. But moving on, Gunsmodify, you do an excellent job. I'm really happy that you're moving forward. I'm so happy. All right, I just am. Gunsmodify is one of the few to actually push forward and put new designs on here. It's not groundbreaking, but guys, it's a move forward. While I love UAC, they just did a port of the stock TM. Okay, this is stock TM. This is Gunsmodify, then UAC. When you look at UAC to stock TM, they literally just copied it, and there's nothing wrong with that. No issues, and it works great. I love it. This is for my CQB project Light Wings build, so it works great. And then you got the UAC rear, and I'll do a weight comparison for you guys. But you guys see, they're pretty much just copies. The only thing that would be different is just the cuts due to the CNC machining. And then you got Gunsmodify over here, who I want to say, I haven't been able to prove his thing, but I need to check his notes. Okay, it's just to help lock in the magazine a little bit more, but to be quite honest, that really depends on your magazine catch and the grip you have. You can see just from here, this is the stock TM. There's not much wiggle, so I don't know how much it's really doing, but I like it because he's trying to do something instead of just copying an old design. That's I don't know when they did the Tokyo Mario Glock, but it's an old design. So he's trying to push forward. So that's where I applaud him, and I will always appreciate it. And you can see as well here, this is extended versus, look how much further it is, okay? You guys see that? I'll give you a side view. Me and most of the customers, we Loctite this, red Loctite. In reality, it's up to you guys, but we don't plan on taking this out. We prefer this, so I would suggest if you want to keep it, red Loctite it. Okay, here's the bottom. You do need the spring and the pin from the stock TM. Okay, and here's the side. The top, I do want to mention that the top is a full rail right here. There are no cuts in here. Same with UAC. Okay, you guys see that right here? The TM has that cut. I would want to say also that I need to measure. I should have measured it to see. It feels like the Gunsmodify is just a little bit wider. But I can't verify that, guys, until I measure. They're still waiting for you guys. I expected this Gunsmodify to weigh a lot more, but in reality, guys, it's only, I think, like a 10-15 gram difference versus stock TM. So I was surprised by that, but I'll explain where the weight reduction comes. Stock TM frame, not including the pin and the spring, 78 grams, 0.7. UAC, 30 grams. And then steel GM with the spring and pin. This is say 88 grams, but it's 87.9 here. Alright, so you can see just from heaviest to light. And obviously UAC is going to be light, it's 70-75. Now we have a GM naked hammer housing, 26.5. Stock TM, 26 grams, 0.1. Not much of a difference. Here's where the weight reduction comes in. Let me focus it, guys. Look how big of a gap we have here versus stock TM. Look how small that is. And I can literally almost fit my finger in there, whereas I cannot with the TM. So I think that's where most of the weight reduction comes. You can see the cuts are big here due to the machining. Okay, and we got some more cuts in here. 1, 2. Works well. It was a drop-in, guys, on stock TM. It was a drop-in on garter, on the brand new garter frame. I do not know about the old one. Okay. Everyone that I built the gun for, they've been running the newest generation of Gunsmodify slides. I've already tested out with my Costa slide. That's the Gen 1 though. That is not a Gen 2. What else is there to cover? Oh, you guys probably want to see how much this weighs. This is the version 5 hammer, the one that comes with the blowback unit, Gunsmodify. 40.5 grams versus UAC. The only thing we're missing is the steel valve knocker and the hammer spring, but I'll be updating that in the UAC video. And they have the steel pins, whereas Gunsmodify has not made it yet for the hammer housings. I'm hoping we get that soon. I hope we get some nice smooth ones. Oh, that is one thing. Remember how I had said I had the issue with the UAC being a little gritty? That's the same case for here, but you guys just work on it, smooth it out, run it, it will get smoother, okay? 26.2 grams. So, if you want lightweight, obviously you can go with UAC. As for durability, guys, Gunsmodify is going to be king here. We got steel. You can't beat that. And it's not crappy steel or anything, okay? So, that's what I love about Gunsmodify. You get what you pay for. And man, he's got some insane prices. I actually, to this day, I still don't know how he makes money. Anyways, God, what else do we need to cover? Oh, another issue. It's not a big issue, but it is very tight on pins. Okay, the stock TM. This is stock TM, and this one is not modified. Okay, I didn't modify this one. This one's just been running and gunning so far, testing. You guys can see it's pretty tight on TM. If you run the Gunsmodify steel pins, those are incredibly tight. if you buy the Gunsmodify one, be prepared to do work on the frame to enlarge it. I didn't want to do this. I'm not this well, okay, I am and I'm not. But I'm currently working, and I already talked to him, and he says, okay, I'm just going to do a quick little lesson for you guys regarding this, because I think it's important to talk about. It's very tight. I had a customer send me a gun that was put together wrongly by a tech. I don't know if you guys can call this guy a tech, because the gun's a mess, and I feel bad for the guy, because it's pretty much all Gunsmodify, is pretty much all new, but it was just mangled. You guys cannot force the pin in here. You guys have to work on it. You need to file it. This is the pin. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is the pin that he was trying to put into the Gunsmodify. It's so shiny, it's hard to tell, but in my hand, I don't know if you guys can tell, it's deformed as hell. Alright, he was literally taking, I don't know what kind of hammer. He's probably not a brass, because I don't see any remnants of brass on here, but he was probably taking it like a steel thing and just trying to jam it in here. Okay, it was blurry, but he was doing this. He was just bam, bam, just trying to hit it, and he's deformed it. Sure, people will say, hey, you know, this is only like a $10, $15 part, but that doesn't matter. It's the fact that you got someone that's just trying to force something in. Take your time, make sure this is the pin you want, and work on the frame. Don't just jam it. You can see right here the Gunsmodify is extremely tight. It won't even go in. The TM at least will drop into the point where the knurling starts, okay? Look at that. So please, guys out there, I get a lot of guns to fix sometimes. Don't call yourself a tech if you've watched video or forums or that kind of stuff. It's just work on your guns, get at least a year under your belt working on your guns, then maybe start offering a service. But just don't take it if you don't really know anything, or you just watch videos and forums. It's just This is people's money you're dealing with. It's embarrassing, to be honest. So please do not force the pin in. The Gunsmodify is a bit tight, alright? Especially their pin. Sand it. Work on it. I don't think I can talk about anything else. That's the only lesson I have. I don't want to talk about the other stuff. That's just going to be a project in itself. No other issue. It works excellent. I've been playing with it for probably a while now. I just, I installed it because I wanted to make sure I knew about it before recommending it to my customers. Really no issues. This is the one that's running the new blowback unit in version 5. Got the threaded barrel in here. If you guys have any questions about it, let me know. There's really not much to it. It is expensive. I'm always going to recommend you guys just run it. Run your stock TM until it breaks. I'd probably say if anything's going to break first, it will be the stock TM housing. They tend to break right here. They crack right here. But the joke is sometimes they'll run just fine. You can run into the ground. It'll be broken here and you'll still be fine. So I would probably say this is more just for the lines of trying to get full custom, or you're batshit crazy like me and everybody else, or you really do have something broken and you're tired of it. So, alright, thumbs up to them. Pretty much dropping and everything, okay? Excellent work. I don't know what other slides sell. That's the only issue. See you guys around. Take it easy.